Hey, YouTube, welcome to Bullish Bears. We are glad you're with us. And we are a trading community that learns forward. And we're looking at a few different things. Did you say AC what?
ACET. I'm looking for a dead cat to push that up.
ACAT? ACAT?
ACET.
Oh, ET. I thought
Charlie Echo Tango.
I thought we were looking for a cat. Oh, look at that.
I got two levels, 1170 and 12 bucks marked out for that drop.
This right here is its resistance. And Wolf moves right when I go look at something else.
Oh, of course.
Let's put it down there. All right, so there's some areas of resistance there. Sometimes I can just grab some things from pre-market. Oh, this is dead cat bounce, isn't it? So this level right here.
Lock all the way back up to where it broke over. Although I've seen quite a few of these dead cats do run right back to where they were. This is probably not one of them, as most biotech stocks don't.
Yeah. It's not liking this price up here.
But like you compare that to stuff I've traded in the past on these dead cats, it's like
Ooh, my goodness.
it's insane.
Holy cow, what did they do? Would they screw up?
What's that?
This ACET. They
News right
they went. Yeah, I am too. They went from 16 to what? To like nothing?
now. Shares clinical data. CART.
Oh my goodness, it's an H.C. Wainwright company. You know what that means, don't you?
Means old Uncle Jed's gone down.
Means dilution. Means they're going to dilute it. They diluted a lot.
There it comes, yeah. And that's why we just look for the bounce.
Oh, this is a market maker thing. Yeah, they're raising the price target to $38. Watch them now. Be careful with these guys.
Popping those out.
Yeah, I used to
So crap out of deep
I,
chasing it.
I used to sit there in the penny stock room and I would go and we had somebody talking about dilution and all these different things, and you could go to these different sites and pay a fee for all this stuff. And I used to go and uh, study the companies that there were, and a whole bunch. I found H.C. Wainwright, and they're always one to watch. They will pump it up, and then in a couple of days, and sometimes the same day that they pump it up, they will place an offering. And what that does is that makes it sell off, so you can get trapped if you're not careful. Although we got a potential here.
Give it a growth hormone and then a haircut.
Yeah, that's what they do, man. They give it a growth hormone and then a haircut. SPY, we've broken those levels, so we have broke those levels. That's right. Right there. We got this level coming up next where it had, see if it can find support there again, but I don't think that's going to happen. Oop, that's wrong.
One, I'm still kicking myself for not staying long on NWTN.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
That was a hell of a dead cat. That's the kind of stuff I love to look for. That's what stuff like WULF. I'm not expecting WULF to do that. The range is fine. Go ahead and scalp it. But every once in a while, you get one where it's just like it nails a freaking load you never imagine. Get long at like $2.90 and watch it go past $12. Pretty intense.
Pretty intense. So this guy's got some room to go back up. It's got some levels, but this is kind of going sideways right now. Speaking of sideways, check this out. I'm going to place my line right here on that wick. Follow it and see where else it goes. And it goes to the top of this wick here. Price likes to come back and test itself. Now it moved away from this area after we got this 1, 2, 3, 4 bear bars. We got this ugly dragonfly doji. I call it ugly because, you know, all the classic candlesticks teach you, you know, when you get those little charts, when you see a dragonfly doji, it's a rare doji. It's gonna make the price go up. Well, do you see that happening yet? No. That's why you can't. That's why you have to observe this stuff yourself and spend time in front of the screen. Oh, your ACTs looks like it's going to try to break that wedge. Oh, you got to just, yep. You know what, dude, you're the dead cat. It's awesome. Dead cat bounce. Hey, isn't the dead cat a microphone cover, Devin? It's a wind muff, isn't it? Isn't that what we call it, dead cat? Dead cat. All right, there he goes. Say again?
I'd say it bounces about as well too.
It bounces about as well too. All right, so we got this level here. I mean, I can just do crinkles real quick.
It's got two keys like that. One. It gets the $12. I'm gonna like pretty much clip all that position on.
Big wick though. So the bears seem to be in control, although this area right here, it seems to trying to hold, but now it looks like we're gonna break it. Nope. Can never tell until that candle finishes. Where's my time? There it is, 10:24, 21. Sorry, it was 24 seconds.
I'm trying to figure out how the hell my order filled at 10:42. I have no idea.
Yeah, that's it. Sig's saying, look at that wick feathering, and I'd never heard it called that before, but that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. When you get these wicks, look at all the wicks on this 5-minute chart for the MES. Notice it's kind of rolling over. It's where you start to see it lose strength. This is why I pay attention to those wicks. It's going to give us one of these funny looks. Well, yeah, maybe not. We're going to see.
Well, those are spinners there because of the huge wick.
Yeah, they're still though. Yeah, they are.
A lot of bags.
Bags.
Stay away from the wicks. All right, popping that 1024. You're at that pivot, 1094 pivot. There's so many ways to chart.
Got a wick that stands to 11 bucks. Was he on through here?
Yeah.
Kind of stuff that can get a quick bar to like from here it would go to like 11:24 and it halt.
Yeah. Pardon me. All right, let's see now.
There's so hang on. This is a stop. Watch this.
ACET. Right here. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm watching the 5-second chart set up at 10.
Wolf is low volume. It's grinding along.
I'll pop it one more time to 10 on the ACT. The Wolf is just kind of grinding on up.
Yeah, it's just grinding.
About to hit the 15-second 200.
The 15-second 200 period. I can't get seconds on TOS though. Look, there it is. Boom. There it is.
It was just
It's a red hammer.
Red
Red
hammer.
hammer.
Yo.
The tweezer bottom here on the 5-minute on the MES. That's all this stuff right here on the SPY. So,
Get wild on ACUT right now.
look out, y'all.
And it completes, got to crack $11 with force to go up, otherwise it gets rejected. I become a participant in a red candle.
All right, back to the 200. Little flag looking thing. Just to pull back. 10 seconds on this candle right here. Threatening to be a bullish engulfing on the 5-minute. It's pretty strong.
Pretty bad.
394.61. We'll see. It's back in the wicking back into there. 200. Wolf still hadn't, or ACET still hadn't broken through with force. Look out. Be nimble. Be nimble. Be
Look real quick.
nimble.
Stay nimble.
Yes. See that pivot lines up with that shelf right here on the VWAP. Don't go, I mean, like I said, there's so many ways to chart. Find your way.
3.9 million volume. It's going to take some force to move that. You see the big orders for it.
Here it comes.
Don't know what's happening. So right now, I mean, we got large outflow, like all the institutions. That are
Wicked into it.
retail's soaking it up. So what will happen is usually these will pop right back up to a control area. Then the shorts will come in and short it.
Mm-hmm.
Try to, depending on how much retail chases this. Once it breaks that $11 level, it's forced to go. If not, see, current critical support is 1086.
Let's see now.
It is not Mardi Gras. That 8 is above 15.
Mm-hmm. Right over there. Jump back up over here to MM. MM.
It's hitting support level.
That's when I want to see what it does here.
Alright, so spike is a common setup. You got a rolling top, came down, tagged to 50% retracement.
Mm-hmm.
The first extension on that double bottom, and now it's walking out. If it cruises above 394.65 here, it'll put a bar pretty quickly up to that 395 level. The old rolling top can look bearish as hell, and yes, they can be trading bearish real quick for a scalp.
Yep. They look bearish as hell. You got to watch them. That's exactly right. That's why we watch them. Because this could be an ugly double bottom. It's got that look. Get that end pattern here.
ACT really halt here.
Mm.
And it completes right at resistance now.
Yeah. Here it is right here.
Watch this thing go.
There's your 1101. Okay. We're coming back up to this area with all these wicks. It's going to have to break through. Rejection on the one so far. Wicking back in. That won't halt.
I think they'll need to see like
It's coming back down.
1,000 shares at a time on something this price before it'll start to halt.
Let's go back.
I see a few buy 5,000 buys going into this penny. We're about to get screwed. Yep, there we go.
KWE's not looking good at all.
Yeah, that's just stop hunt, right?
This is the last one. If it breaks this, it's gone. If it breaks this, the stop hunt, if it breaks down below that critical support level, the shorts will come in and sell the crap out of it.
Wicked back. Spinner. About 23 seconds left on this 5-minute candle, as well as all the 1 minutes.
Fingers hovering over the market real quick.
Wolf is finally doing something.
It's cruising through 86.
Let's go get it back up here. I don't have levels on Wolf, though.
Dead cat, baby. So we got 90 cents and an extension to 98 cents possible.
Once again, when you get to these areas where you have these large candles that overlap, they give you an area, an area of interest. And look at that area of interest right there. Bam, right where these candles meet. That's where we are right now. So we want to see it pop above that and hold it to push up. And then you got this next level right here. It can climb back through. Sometimes the shadow boxes are just quicker. For me. Yeah, I like it.
There it is, 176. If they break this, it's gone on ACET.
ACET will then STB.
Yep, the shorts will sell the crap out of that right there. Right.
All right, let's see here. Coming back up to this level. Got a spinner here.
So
Which one? ACET?
ACET. This is all limit order right here. When the market orders start, quick sell or buy right at this level. When you're watching time and sales, the orders red are limit sell orders, the orders green are buy orders, the white orders are market orders. You start seeing a bunch of market orders pop by, like that one right there, that 25 or 22.50, sorry.
All right, now. Look out. This could fly out. There you go. It's got that look right there. Right on that level here. So you go all the way back to this red candle right here and look at the price line when I put it on there. That's where it is right now. Big candle like that had gapped down. Pre-market. Gives you a... Yes, it is. And it's still looking very wicky. It's like it gets a little strength and then they get a little scared. Okay. Here's your boy. Same thing going on with the wolf down here. Let's see how my cooling pad is certainly helping. Yay!
Nice. Is the computer like significantly cooler now?
Significantly, yeah, but I'm turning it up all the way right now. I'm running OBS, Discord, and YouTube, along with TOS, which is the big one right here. So TOS really takes up makes it hot. but we are way cooler than we have been. Yay. That is good. Casper had mentioned this to me months ago. Okay, so we're kind of grinding on some of these guys, and it still cannot break that area. More wicks.
More shares of wolf. It's kind of hanging that line.
Yeah, that 88 mark. 88.92.
This way.
And then 90.
Floating by on ACT. Not a lot of volume. Maybe ticky tack. It may break out. It may
Are you looking at Webull time and sales?
Yeah. This is a point where it's going to be critical. Otherwise, no, that's the last point of interest before break. Got to get above right on 60. Shoot that 12 bucks.
It's a pretty sideways day so far for the MES. Let's go get my levels over here. Yep. Welcome to Fed Week. All right, so we are there. La-di-da, la-di-da, la-di-da. Sideways. Ooh, look out now. Coming back up to that area. Let's see if it's going to blow and go. Looking like it might want to. Mm-mm.
Plastic by for some reason.
Oh, that is nuts. Mullen looks like crap. I still keep it up. I was like, you look like crap, man. Come on, make the move, would you?
Limit ordering. Get rid of all the 20 shares of that. It's almost free.
All right, let's see if it does it now.
20 shares.
It's kind of early. Okay.
Scale and move out because sometimes we just print a big old bar on it. And if your profit overwhelms your risk,
Roll, baby, roll. House money. Not his house. House money.
money that's already in the bank. Chips off the table and pocket them.
Good news is, Wall Street, they won't sneer at you for doing that.
Nope. I used to show this picture from the movie Wall Street.
Yeah.
Showed a bunch of tables in the background, a bunch of desks. People at the table. It says Wall Street is the casino for the educated. What's better than being a casino for the educated? Well, when you are the casino, you're still alive.
When you're playing the house.
Yeah, when you are the house. We are the house. All right, it's going to hold this. This is a slow grinder.
I'm not trying to say we are the market makers, but smart.
Are the makers, my friend.
It's a big argument. People who absolutely call Wall Street anything near gambling, and there's a lot of people who do gamble in the market. But if you call it that, people who have been onto it for so long will just give you the worst rotten look. It is a vehicle to transfer wealth from the hands of the inpatient into the hands of the patient. That's how people
Yes.
where retail is throwing the hat, throwing the money and stuff, and trying to chase them. You are seeing gambling, even though it's not an instrument for gambling.
Okay, this is
How it was intended. It's just how people sometimes use it.
that's exactly right. I went back to A-Man because it's given the look. Normally I'd like to see this look a little bit later in the day.
Like it's bouncing off
Up.
bottom level.
Yeah, like exactly. Like it's bottoming, bouncing off of a bottom level, which is the level I had written as the bottom level.
Yeah, same. And the 9 is about to cross the 20, so I'm keeping an eye on it as well.
I see that. It is. It's got to go through it real strong. Like you said, if it hits through that, man, it could blow right through it. This is some sideways action, y'all. We got some wicks. Now, I know I said you could trade this on the MES. Now, if you're really fast on a 10-second chart, that's great, and you could do that. But this is these are some real small ranges. Let's go look at them on a 1-minute chart. That's a 1.75. Yeah. That's 1.75. That's 2.25. That's 2.25. That's 1.75. That's the range. That's 1.75. That's really not a lot to be able to get in there with. So, if you had gotten in here, you might have gotten a few dollars, but it's really it's really looking ticky-tack. But this is also a wedge.
Call ticky-tack.
This is also a wedge. Right there.
Alright, there's your last piece of ACET. One more 15-second candle. This will blow out one way or another.
What's that coming down to meet it?
Which one where?
On ACET, what is that? The green line on the right.
This?
Yeah,
That is the 200. The 1 minute 200. See, we want to see this guy break a level.
It's a great candle. Just 1 penny over on 10.90. This thing started reaching. People are just fighting to the last candle.
It's small candles. Oh, there was moves in the pre-market though on some stuff in the MES. Ugly. See, that's all this indecision. That's a 1 minute chart. There ain't nothing there. For me, there's nothing there. Just sit here and watch price action and point some things out. Lower high. So there's the push. Yeah, push on SPY. The push. It respected my wedge. Did you see that? Respect.
The ask is not moving. Move it a penny and you start seeing some market leaders chase it. That's what
It's just the 1 minute. Yeah, it's the 1 minute.
So
Go ahead.
yeah, the 9 crosses the 20, and there's a candle breaking above that 280 line on Aman. So do you reckon that's a good well, I'm gonna keep an eye on it.
Keep an eye on it. Which this is, we want to see it break up above these levels here. But you could still, on a pullback.
So what you're suggesting is wait for a pullback before it.
Oh, yeah. Before I would do anything, I would wait for a pullback.
Okay.
I mean, I might miss it. Now, here's the thing: you might miss it, but that's okay. I'd rather miss it than jump in on something and get hurt.
Yeah, I'd rather play safe as well. Yeah, it's all about discipline.
It is. It's all about discipline. Exactly right.
volume in CET. They stuffed it one more time to 10. Went down to 1087 actually. Now it's
Man, look at how that,
1091.
that thing went so flat. I mean, I've never seen it that flat across the screen.
And it went crap like this one. Cheers.
Also, if you're watching my screen, Victoria,
Yeah.
okay, pay attention to the lower, my CCI, yeah, because here, this is high, right here. So you see, so I was looking at that and I said, oh, wait a minute, it looks a little high here. Because I like to see it come down to the zero, maybe even a little below, or even bounce off the zero line.
I was calling a quick scalp, but okay, I see your point.
Yeah, because you see, it was if we'd have gotten in there, you'd have gotten hurt, or you got stopped out, depending upon how deep your stop is. So
Well, I'm considering stop losses to be still disciplined trades as long as I'm out with them quickly,
right, but also we have this look of big bull bar, and then bear bar coming, opening about the opening at the near the close of this one. So I'm looking to see it to come back down. Yeah. So it might not be remember now, these looks, they show us sometimes, they know what we're looking for at the same time. So, we wait.
Yeah, that's fine. Waiting's fine. I was just keeping an eye on it, trying to do a quick scalp.
Absolutely.
So I'll try and find it now.
There we go. See, I like now that it's come back down, see what it's going to do. We're still in this area right here. We just can't seem to get past this area, which is the this gap between these two bear bars on a 1 minute chart, pre-market on SPY. Look at that. See that spot?
Yeah.
If you can spot those spots, then you can make good decisions. You use that area as an area of interest to know that something's going to happen here with price, and as you can see, price is having a hard time getting past that gap down.
Cartoon made me laugh way too hard.
I had much. It's only transitory. Oh, that's funny. This green bar is inside of this red bar.
Alright, they've hunted it twice, and actually a third time around ACT.
Oh, this looks like it's getting ready to go.
The last 5 shares in the ass. 10 here.
All right, then you could get that push. Because
1091. There's the ass rising up a penny.
here's the green, All right, so your averages are moving a little bit differently. The 200 is now below the the smaller averages, which is a good thing if you're wanting to be a bull.
And the 8 is about the 15.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And we have some
Back at 1092 now.
we have some good coloring here. We don't have it's nope. Nope, you're right. And you see what's happening on the SPY at that area, going back to the pre-market where we looked left. I'm gonna keep hitting that because I want y'all to see that, because I want everybody to be smart traders.
That's by the break.
Yep, and it did, and that's that level again. It's having difficulty crossing. So we are definitely sideways in it. Sideways in.
There's your 1087 bids.
Bam. Middle of the 15-minute opening range. Go back. Which is also a quarter, 39.75. One of those spots, baby. And you can see, you can find, look at this. This is good looking. Over here. Let's see if it pushes back up.
All right, ECET. Let's see what you're doing. Market makers are sitting at that 1090. Flooding orders in at 10.
So on Amazon, the RSI indicator is coming down, and it's had a pullback. I'm not saying I'm going to get in, but I'm just saying it's going more in the favorable direction now, yeah?
Yeah, still kind of in an area of indecision at the moment. But yes, it is looking a little better, but it's also looking jaundice on my woodies. If you see my woodies, it's got some yellow in it and some orange. It's kind of
I'm trying to get my hoodies to work, but I can't.
On TOS,
Tasty work.
Tastyworks. You can see my woodies. I have different settings too.
Is it also Woody's pivots?
No, this is the Woody's indicator, not the Woody's pivots. See, they do have Woody's pivots as well. All right, look at your CNET. I mean your ACET. John, that's not what he sounds like, an HR nightmare. I say that because I used to, when I used to watch in the penny stock rooms, and I would be watching the stream, and the cat that was using the Woodies that I got from, he'd have it on there and he'd talk about the colors and everything. And when I would see all this yellow, I'd say, man, that thing looks sick. It looks jaundice, and it does. It doesn't look healthy. So it's not, it's not something where I want to be. I usually like to wait for them to look good. You can still get moves and stuff, but here we are trying to be bulls, and you can't be because it's not breaking those levels and it's coming back down. So we could still get a bounce. Yeah, you could. You could still get a bounce. This is looking interesting over here.
I was seeing that parrot hang out right there at 1090.
Oh, you 1091.
They're trying so hard, but they just dropped the ASCII. All of a sudden, they pulled their orders in the 1090.
Are you still in it, Jay?
Is that a Cliff Bar? I want a Cliff Bar. I don't have any. I have to get a banana.
I got natural.
Ah.
Do this honey bar, like it's honey and oats. They're good.
Where's my coffee? There it years. I still need to get a new coffee pot. That's 20 minutes making coffee this morning and with a 1 cup at a time. I put it in my little thermos so I could take it back to the office with me and I don't have to keep running in and go with 1 pot of. I know. I complain about things I have control over. Ain't nobody to blame but myself. Amazon, stock-wise, it's a different animal, but I'm a spoiled SOB now. You know, when I was a kid, we had Sears and Roebuck. You had to go order it on the catalog. You had to call in the order or send it in by mail with your money, or you got it on cash on delivery, and then you'd have to wait 6 to 8 weeks before that package would come in, and you'd have to go down to the Sears and Roebuck store, and you'd have to pay your money to get your package. Frickin' Amazon, you do it on your phone, and it's at your house the next day. It's like, whoa.
Something interesting about
Say what?
your market order app.
Yeah, I've since it broke 1080.
What's-
Something interesting about Sears is there's a house in New Mexico where they ordered the house from it's like a 2-story house.
Oh my.
The house from Sears Roebuck.
Oh yeah, it was the way to go as a kid. Yeah.
Like you could do that kind of. That's amazing. Like Amazon.
Amazon hadn't done a house yet. They probably could.
Probably will.
Amazon used to be. How? Come on. How? You're old. Y'all are all old enough to remember. Allow 6 to 8 weeks.
They almost got into the granny pot thing.
Oh, the little pod houses.
Yeah.
Tiny,
I mean, they're moving towards that energy thing.
tiny houses. It faked this out. See the little fake out there, Miss Victoria. That's why.
Yes.
That's why we wait.
Yes,
That's why I say it's jaundice. Now, this is the challenge with watching penny stocks. The challenge with watching penny stocks is that, you know, sometimes they fake you out and you watch the wrong one, and you'll look back at your chart and you go, oh man, I should have been watching CTM, or oh man, I should have been watching Wolf. You know, it happens a lot.
Yeah, you end up watching something that's a waste of time. It's like, oh god, that stock's moved now.
Right.
Again, I need more screens.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yep. Speaking of Wolf, I'm gonna now look now. Hang on, you know this guy sucks right now, but I will still keep my eye on him because it's doing some things that you know I find interesting. And what I mean by that is it's hovering around an area and trying to hold an area that I don't want to see it go below. But if it does go below that area, there is still one more to look at.
Got that VWAP down
Oh, yeah. You see it. I got it. Grabbed it right there. That was your range it's been in. Look. Came back down.
there. But do you think it could?
I don't know. It's a penny stock, so it's going to do what it's going to do. But I look for the setup, and if the setup doesn't work out, then okay, that's fine. I'll go on to the next thing. Keep it on my grid a little bit because it still looks a little interesting. But I'm going to take it off right now so we can go see the Wolf.
Selling at 91 here. Watch for it.
Look how slow that Wolf has been moving.
Grinding.
Just absolutely grinding.
Just opened up a Bollinger Band pinch. 1 minute. Looking for
On the Wolf.
pull back,
Oh,
pull back to about 90 cents. And then a quick gap out of that. It'll either break out or break down right here. That is a price action trader stock right there. Epitome of what to look for on dead cat balance. Just simplistic.
there it is. There's the 92 level. This is where I got it from. The bottom of that is also a pivot, which is being marked out over here.
That little percentage play too, man. Sitting on a 25% return on penny stock. Unheard of like this, but it's such a perfect setup. It really becomes easy at that point.
It's a slow grinder. I mean, it's still moving, but it's a slow grinder.
I'm still long at 69 cents. I profited most of my position, but I still have a few.
It's so funny. I saw it again. CBM 23, and it still made me laugh again. Sorry. And we're grinding. We're sideways slingers today, folks. How you all doing? Sideways. Got a 5-minute push on the MES. Well, sonny boy. Let me tell you, like the Cajun man said. Let me done told you a story, chef. Y'all know about Papa Noel? I have to send y'all. I'm gonna have to put Papa Noel YouTube up.
One more to watch. Just keep an eye on just one for a ball. WISA. Had that on a watch list last week.
I'm already in that one.
Oh, you go.
Don't give me any credit. I was in it last week.
Oh, it's a sub penny.
Yep. One of the dimes.
Pulling up right now. What you got news? Oh, look at that tweezer top now. And once again, we're wicking into the top of this area from this gap in the pre-market. Bam. Just doesn't want to go any further. It's just,
There's a lot
man,
price action practice like no other.
usually,
10-cent stock.
yeah.
Same percentage. You'd be hard pressed to take dollar for dollar and take a 10% stab at a penny stock trading at a dime. Comparatively, that's where portfolio performance really comes in. Yeah, we can see it there.
And hey, YouTube, I hope you're having fun out there. This is definitely a lot different than, there ain't no single options trading right here. I wouldn't.
Nope.
Not me. That's not, I mean, if I were trading the futures, I'd have to be trading on a, and I do trade, but I just don't. I can't trade and moderate. Sorry, sometimes it happens. STB,
Yeah, they went. Everybody's looking quick.
but you could trade on the. You had trades on the 5-minute better than you did on the 1. Not saying better, just the. Yeah, I am saying better because these are small, like not even 3-point candles.
Victoria probably went long right on the break above 10.8 cents. WSA. Oh, it's still. That little pullback ain't scary.
Not when you're doing that kind of trading. Okay, coming back up to this area. Had a nice big bar here on the 1 minute. Wick into it. Let's see if we can break out of it strongly. I don't want to see a wick. I want to see a strong candle with either no wick or a very, very tiny wick above it.
Yeah, Mio,
Mayo. No, I said Mio Mayo. I was just like, oh, Mio Mayo. I'm sorry. No, I apologize. That comes from jambalaya, crawfish pie,
I'm typing, still here broadcasting, but
filet gumbo. And we got this thing called Cajun Christmas. Cajun Night Before Christmas. Don't know if y'all ever heard it. It's the Cajun version of it, and they do the whole thing, it's Papa Noel, and he's got alligators instead of reindeer. So I might put that up when we get close to Christmas if I can find a good one. And they usually tell it in the Cajun voice and everything. Let me done told you a story, Chef. Oh,
Papa Noel.
Papa Noel.
we still got to get together and write some funny songs about penny stock.
Okay, we can do that just for fun. Still, all right. Now we've got a green hammer into that area of interest that we've been sitting here watching that the SPY really hasn't been able to get past until now. That's
That is a loaded question right there.
that is a strong breakout.
Yes.
If it closes near its high,
So you can get in touch with us on our website, www.bullishbears.com.
www.bullishbears.com.
We have a lot of there's a lot on our YouTube channel as well. When you say you've got X amount of dollars to invest, it doesn't matter where you start. Personally, I started with a $5 bill, no joke, and now I'm a full-time trader. But let me get the point across: is learn first, then trade some paper trading. Get used to how your broker works. Get used to taking your risk management to a level that's comfortable for your trading, and then put some money in. Don't do anything without some practice on paper first, and realistically, study every little thing you can find. Anything that
Absolutely.
grabs your interest in the market, and the way it works, and the way trading works. Read, study, and learn.
Absolutely. All right, so there's your breakout from that range. It's coming in at about 11:05 today. You can see we've got 1, 2, 3. This is going to be the fourth bull bar on a 5-minute chart. But this is a large candle. Large candle. It's the biggest candle here in this run. So I'm a little cautious of that. I would expect maybe a slight pullback here. It could just continue to run the 396.18 there. But that's a nice candle.
Shoot us an email.
I mean, a nice run.
Respond to all that stuff.
Hit the Globex high from the 9th, which is 3,900. There we go. It's just going to keep continuing. So somebody must have been chipping their teeth. Sig, get Sigisms. As soon as Yellen starts chipping her teeth. Sig don't like no BS.
I'm trying to remember, is it team at bullishbears.com?
I don't remember. Might be. So we get this big candle wick right there. Let's just keep watching for a second.
Oops, I totally missed that move.
Yeah, it kind of came out. Watching so many things. Okay, so it wicked into the 1101. Wissa still here.
Essentially, what we do here is mentor. I'd say. We have our live Discord channel. And, all the voices you hear on the YouTube channel. We're talking back and forth with our members, right? In our voice channel live. How much income you made already on this, man? we don't talk numbers here because we don't want to turn this into a peeing match. We're here to learn how to trade.
Yep.
And pay it forward, learn it forward, the whole shebang.
That, and I don't need people coming to my house thinking I got a whole bunch of money. I'm like, I don't want to tell everybody all that crap.
Funny part is when you're actually living off those options, it's like I made money, but I'm also spending it because I'm living off of this stuff, you know?
Yes, I know. That's exactly right.
When it was supplementing my income, I was like, man, it's so hard to build working capital.
It's pretty.
Live off of it. And I was like, well, now I gotta keep it.
We got a little push there. That was nice. But I don't know what this is going to do right here. We have to see. And see, Wick.
Timer voice.
Say what? What are they saying?
So you could barely hear some of us in the background. I understand.
Oh, I'm sorry.
People listening there on the YouTube channel, but
I don't know how to make everybody hear you in the YouTube channel. You have to teach me that.
I was able to put some of the volume levels. You can overdrive it a little bit if your mic's low. For the most part, it's
I mean, I just hear you in my ears. Not sure if anybody can hear you on YouTube. It's usually soft. That's a big bar, man. That's a strong bar.
cute little 5-second cup and handle twice.
Yeah, I was a little bit sad because I was watching it around that 394 level, like the lower band of it, but I didn't get in, and I was hesitant because I was unsure
Oh,
to retrace back down to the high 390s. I wanted to get a really good entry, but because I hesitated, I took my eye off of it, and then when it ran back up to like 394, 40 something, I stepped out of the room, and then like a few minutes later, that's when it exploded up.
it'll do that to you.
So the consumer inflation expectations what came out of 11 and
Uh,
made our price go nuts.
See, it didn't say that on Oh, there's Keith. Thank you, Keith. That's
Let's pop open.
that's Financial Juice. Yeah, it didn't give me that information on our econ events for TOS, and I didn't have my other one opened up. So Financial Juice is good at that, and investing.com, and investing.com will even give you the little 3-star, 3-bull, whatever it is, volatility thing. Let's go back.
I was just messing with you on the old timer voice, do we? We resemble that remark, some of us.
That doesn't. But you mean me or somebody else? Oh, I don't give a rip. I'll do it again.
Come on now.
I do it again.
Left, Hobbit.
I grew up in a multicultural area, so I imitate voices, and people might get offended, but it's like, I live in a multicultural area. What do you want me to do? I do Dagos real good because I'm half a Dago myself. Look at this. Hey, you a half a Dago too. Hey, you with the face over there already. I don't know what to say to you already. Hey, forget about it. All right, quesadilla, huh? I got a friend every time he says quesadilla. My grandfather was from Naples. My grandmother was from Palermo, Sicily.
The melting pot I grew up in, we all had a sense of humor and thick skin.
Oh, yeah.
Best remedy for any political problem, really.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
LOL, that's funny. Okay, so little pop there. Kind of. This is it. Look at this son of a gun, huh? See what it did? Came down, walked that very level that I had marked out earlier with that 257 as being a crucial spot, right? Boom, 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 boom. Came back up. If I were sitting here and just watching this stuff myself, I'd have probably got in on that and caught that a little earlier, but I didn't. It's okay. Does it mean that it's over with? No. But now I want to see it reach VWAP and maybe pull back and push, or push over VWAP and the 200 and then come back and retest and then go. But that wick right there, we got to see it get filled. SPY slows down. We got something coming out at 11:30, I think.
Something going on.
Something
I
moving.
was reading a funny tweet from Unusual Whales.
Unusual whales.
I'll read it out loud because the replies were gold. Ken Griffin of Citadel is to build a new tower in Manhattan that can house all of his Citadel and Citadel securities employees. The Blue Book. My first reply. Will it have bars on the windows? Oh gosh. That's terrible. Oh man.
No bulletproof glass.
We gotta have a dark sense of humor.
Bars.
For those of you who don't know, Citadel is one of the ones that took a big hit from dark sense of humor is very welcome in this market. I'll tell you right now. If you don't have one, you don't belong. You got to be able to take it all.
Yeah, you gotta be able to handle it. That's it. If you don't laugh, you'll cry. Life's either a what is it, a tragedy or a comedy. It's your choice.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Now, breakouts like that we just saw, it's not like you have a breakout every 2 minutes, but that was a pretty strong breakout that we had there on SPY and the MES. We'll see if we get this pullback here and a push on. But 11:30, 15 minutes, we got some auctions coming out. One of them, I think, is 6 years or 3 years or something like that.
Rest of the profit takers just clipped their way out of WISA. It should hold support at 11.3 to continue. Otherwise, it fades that. It's back down to 10 cents it goes.
All right, we wicked back into this area here. We came back down. I like to look left. Where are we and why are we here? We do have a pivot here. So we got an inverted hammer. If this guy comes back up, we just entered another deviation over there. Okay. We want to see if this guy can hold and come back up.
All right, Joe.
Now, just because the Woody says it's trending doesn't mean it is. And I don't use this Woody's and this CCI probably like it was intended to be. I use it for some visualizations to see, give me some maybe confirmations. First thing I'm looking for is my candles and my candle closes. Candles. I can turn off all this stuff and just watch the candles. I again, when we're talking price action, one of the things that needs to be said is when you're looking at candlestick charts and you're looking at candlestick patterns and you go out and you get maybe Bulkowski's candlestick encyclopedia, well, you have to remember that they have to be in context. As Jeremy is always telling us, when people say, we see a cup and handle, where is the cup and handle? Because a cup and handle, it's a continuation. It's not something that you're going to look for at the bottom of a channel. All right. Now you may see something that it looks like a cup and handle, and it may be a cup and handle looking thing. But if it's not in context, then it's you gotta be careful about that. Plus, you want to know where it is in regards to any pattern in regards to support and resistance. Is there an area that it's trying to break through? And so all these lines, they mean something. So when I'm looking at the chart, I'm looking at my candlestick patterns, I'm looking for those wicks, and then I'm looking for those areas left where I see price has been consolidating and just kind of going sideways for a while, and or whatever's happening left, where I find a gap like we found over here, and then price is having a hard time getting above that gap. So, the patterns mean one thing, but you can go candle for candle. That's a whole price action is really candle for candle, more than looking for candlestick patterns. Now the patterns are important, and we see a lot of double bottoms often when we're charting things. But there's also, like when Jeremy was calling out earlier, and I said, are you calling out a double bottom? And it was a micro double bottom. It was back up over here, right there. And it's because I say micro because it's two candles right next to each other where their wicks come down, but that's a double bottom. And it's saying, I don't want to go any further here. And that's what it told us. And it went up. But it had to get past this little area. If you remember, it was battling between this range in there for a little bit. And it broke through it. So pay attention to, there's so many things to pay attention to. So with my little lines over here, my 8, my 15, and my 20, and I got my 200 and my VWAP, there's certain things I look for. One of them is I like to see when they fan open like that. That's a good sign of bullishness if I want to be a bull, or if I'm full of bull.
What did we
Right,
do?
Joe, I've got it.
Which one?
We built right to the 395.50 cannon. Bailed. Spy.
Oh.
See the wedge? Broke down. Popped out for 50% retracement. Rejected.
I love
50% right to it with a wick.
a 30-minute chart. Pretty cool.
And the 15 setting up like it wants to print a tweezer here. And if that tweezer fits that range from 395.50 to 395 with a red bar, look out, dude, because there's a measured move that goes all the way down to 388. Not as likely today because
Nope.
we're leading up to FOMC,
Right. It could be
the
there.
setup is there.
It is there. We're in this range right now. See this candle right here?
Yeah.
That's the range we're in on a 15.
And
That's
that
the one.
VWAP bend. That VWAP bend.
And that VWAP bends right there.
There too.
See it? Boom. And that gives you a range right here. And that's the range we've been in for a while today. See? It's amazing what those lines can do and what they mean.
Price action, baby.
I love it. So looks like on a 5-minute, looks like we're gonna push higher. So we might be breaking that level. And here again, I love the in-betweens. If we look at this on the 15-minute that we're looking at right now, I got a wick here. This drops this little pullback right here at that wick. Oh, crap. That is where we are. See it? Oh, and you've got a ding when I said it. See it? I didn't make that ding happen.
Ding.
Though we wicked into it just now, as Jeremy was talking about, but down here on the MES in the 5-minute, it looks like we're trying to push above it. So,
Yeah, it can clip a wick and hit it twice.
yep, that's our area right now above us that's keeping us down.
APEP
Really cool to
did a
see
little thing there
15-minute
too.
spinner.
Sorry, Jeremy.
It almost sounds like y'all said spin a spin. It's like somebody was saying it and the other guy was saying it in a millisecond behind.
Go ahead, Devin.
I just was noticing the ACET was made a little bit of a move there.
Oh, it did. Thank you.
It made a blip.
Yeah, it did. It broke above that $11 mark. And here you go. And meanwhile, I am what I am. Wicking back into that area. But you see how it hit that point of no return, and it just kind of double bottomed on it right here and went up.
Finally broke that 1090.
Mhm.
It's all right, I'm out of it.
I'm going to take one more break. I'll be right back.
WISA set up a break on your 2 which just broke. It's already at 50%. 66 cents. If it breaks out, it goes straight to launch. This kind of accumulate.
Hey Jay, I gotta go take care of business, man. When's a good time to touch base with you later?
30-ish, that work, or
Yeah, I can make that work. Alright, bro.
we might do a quick SPRY analysis with you.
Yeah, do you want to do that at 12:30?
Somewhere between 12:30 and 1.
Okay, sounds good. Yes, I'll be in touch. Talk to you later. Later, everybody. Have a great day.
All right. I'm going to stay with y'all just for a little while longer on YouTube. So Jeremy, I've been watching too much Lord of the Rings. This is looking like a Wraith. helmet.
Yeah.
I can't squeak that high.
I can't either.
I think I watched all of those over the weekend, just having them in the background.
And looking for the next penny setup there. It's kind of flat. So set for this WISA. Spent
Here, watch your Amen. MM.
yeah, man.
Mm-hmm. We'll look at it now. Don't take your eyes off of it right now. Let's see what it does. It's giving me a look.
Oh, it's got that rounding time.
Yeah, but it's also got this look down here where it's spiked into. It's got the middle moving average. It's a hammer, and that spike goes all the way down here. That's also a look I look for to see if this thing will pop back up to like 293.
Volume profile point of control is right at 270 on the thing. Wiggle.
Wiggle,
Stacking up for support.
wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Basically, it's got a pennant sitting right on top of it at 277 base. Nice.
Wolf has gone to ticky tack.
Yeah, it's kind of sideways, but
Let me show y'all ticky tack.
WISA just about to hit 11.9 cents and it's building momentum.
This is what I call ticky tack.
That's an exciting penny stock because coming up from like 10.5 cents. I mean, that's a pretty nice percentage return on it.
Now we'll go back to WISA or WISA. Yeah, WISA.
SPY,
We'll see you.
Back to test that 395 pivot.
Yes, we do.
We saw. Say it like Jar Jar Binks.
Jaja.
We saw bomb bad.
WISA, precious. All right, that was Smegly, whatever his name was. Smigel, yeah. I knew a guy named Schmegly once. Boom. He called himself. Said he was the president of the universe. Yeah.
Has been a great price action build up on that stock. That came from that list when I picked through pennystocks.com or allpennystocks.com last week.
Uh,
Look at my screenshot. I've got
we've moved the whole deviation on SPY since this morning. We're at the top of a standard deviation. Look out for this right here.
I have a long list of sub-dollar stocks, and they all move really well. Another one that I'm noticing jumped off. It's a little late now because it's parabolic, but TRK.
There it goes. This area right here. What was it again?
TRKA. If it gets above 13 cents, it's got a good chance at a short squeeze to about 22 cents.
TRKA?
TRKA.
Look at that. Man, you went from futures or penny stocks to the futures back to the penny stock room.
If it moves, I scalp it. You know how I roll.
I know how you roll. You roll, baby. You roll. Yeah, it's coming up to this area here. This could be a double top, so be careful here.
Yep.
Got that big wick on that 5 minute right there so far, but it still has to close. But this is an area where it's going to battle.
And then that WISA is kind of rolling a little bit here. Watch for a push to the 1 minute period briefly. We'll see if it holds. WULF is in super tight Bollinger Pinch here at 88.68.
Mm-hmm.
That'll either break out or break down. And then this TRKA, man, if it gets enough volume here, it pushes through 13 cents. I think it's short squeeze real quick. Being as cheap as it is, the free float
Careful.
is like $4.4 million. So it isn't going to take much money to make this thing move. The float count is 34.5 million shares, so they can flip that book really quick. Current volume's at 3.56 million. Average volume's only 1.73 million. So
Double bottom.
doing stuff like that, it'll do stuff really quick. Also, the order flow on that thing is really ticking up for retail and medium-sized orders pushing it. Currently, I'm short about 2 million shares short. That thing can flip stupid quick. Watch out, 13 cents.
Something for me that I watch is this is a double bottom on the lower indicators, right here and right here, right where this hammer is and right where this doji hammer is.
All right.
So it's going to have to break this level here, 292, if it's going to push up. 302, you're at 84. You want it to get up over here. It might just fake everybody out right now. That's why you got to watch those penny stocks. TRKA, and we're just rolling down here. It's 11:30, so we have the auction happening right now. 3-year note auction, 6-month bill auction, all happening right now at 11:30. Market time. Price takes the steps upstairs and the window downstairs. And there's that double top we're talking about. Broke that back down here, almost looking like an M top.
I rolled right to that 395, man. Bam. And AM is setting up a pennant here. It'll make the break.
Yep. Gave us a double bottom look, but we'll have to see here. It needs to pop up above this area here.
Bullish Bears, we loves us some price action.
Yes, precious. We love this. Loves us some price action.
One of our best friends.
Loves us some price action.
Penny.
That's your bird beak. Mm-hmm. Right back down to the 39.85 area. Came right back down to this area over here. It needs to hold this area over here. If it doesn't, we're coming right back down. Mm-hmm. Here's your TRKA coming back up. Broke that area. I took my eye off of it and it ran right past it. MM.
Watch it. As soon as it breaks that 12 cents and gets to 13 in volume, very potential passive short squeeze. 22 cents. That's over 100% up from here at 11 cents. 11 cents.
That wick. Now, just one more little thing mentioned about price action. You get a big candle like this, and you get a green doji like that, a spinner. It could mean that even though it's an indecision, that we're still bullish. But you got to wait. I have to wait for that next candle because it could just take all your money like that one would have done you.
Right.
So, now it looks like an evening star.
Give you the actual range before you go chasing it.
Yeah. Now, as I was sitting there talking about this thing, and look what it does. That's why you wait. This was a nice big candle breaking above. What happens is now market makers they have to do things legally. They can't do things illegally. You're not supposed to put out a bunch of orders and make it look like you're getting ready to buy something and then pull it. That's called spoofing, and that's actually illegal. but it still happens. So you just have to be careful. But they have to do things in order, and they have a logic. Algorithms have a logic, and humans have to understand that logic, right? Because they're programming. They need the programming them. So it can be seen, and you can watch a chart long enough and start to pick up what the algorithms are doing, and what the market makers are doing. And the idea of following price action is we're trying to get in and ride the coattails of the market makers. We're trying to find out what they're doing by studying the chart, where they're going to make their buys and their sells, so that we can make our buys and sells in the same area.
Exactly. We're just rolling with the big money.
But they know that we're looking. Everybody is watching. Everybody is watching a chart. Everybody is watching SPY, is seeing the same exact thing that you're seeing. Now they may interpret it differently, but it's all right there for us to see. So they know we're looking for these wedges and things like that. And so they will, they give a breakout. And what's been happening, I don't know if you've been noticing this or not, Jeremy, but since we've gone to this like 0 day, and I mean, it's hard to find certain things that we used to see before, certain patterns. But on the breakouts, they're kind of faking you out a lot lately. So you got to really wait. I used to be you just wait till the second candle to close. Now I'm having to wait for the third one to close. I may even said second one in a teaching last week on YouTube, but really it's the third one you got to wait for. When you get the breakout, okay, great. What's the next candle going to do? Let me wait for the third one.
It's just like
Unless it's really strong.
the basic rule of three. Like when we see a channel with three
Yeah.
legs in it, we see a wedge with three legs in it.
Yeah.
Um,
3 wicks,
three legs.
3 wicks on top, or on the bottom.
And it's just it's amazing how that rule of three seems to fit into everything. But like you also get multiple 369.
Yeah.
That's a weird one too. But they tend to be instead of 369, they don't fit that MO. They'll go to
357.
357.
Yep.
Exactly. And, it's just kind of neat to be able to trade that because you know it by heart once you've gotten enough price action practice in your belt or screen time. But you can also see that there's a lot of people in the market that assume the other way it goes. 369.
And this is a triple top, by the way. See that?
Oh yeah.
So, it doesn't mean that it's going to come back down, but it's got to fight through that. And you see, they're trying to sell it down, man. They're listening to us.
They know what's up.
Retailers really don't make up enough of the market to make the market move. It's the market makers. You've got 200 some odd companies out there that are, market makers, hedge funds and institutional traders. Yep, trading big shares, big.
Institutional traders don't tend to mess with these penny stocks much.
Mm-mm.
There's certain rules they got to follow too. Otherwise, the institutions that back them be literally gun for hire or a licensed trader. They've got strict rules to follow as well. It has to have a certain amount of liquidity. It has to have a certain size free float. It has to have a certain amount of volume that's averaged, not just the daily average volume.
Yeah.
They're messing with penny stock, and they're usually not. It's something like controversial with a big following,
Like AMC.
like AMC or GameStop or some of what was the other stock where the electric vehicle company where they lied.
Mullen.
They get into stuff like that, but then there's a certain criteria that if it gets down to lower volume and lower liquidity, they just pull it. That's a lot of times will cause that gap down. They just pull the position off. They don't care. They've already made their money on it.
All right, YouTube. Glad to have you with us. Come join us in our room in our Discord and come hang out with us. I'm going to end our stream now. And, like, subscribe, ring that bell, and come hang out with us. Come learn. We're the best few dollars that you've ever spent. We are for the price. What is it, Jeremy? For the price of feeding the family of 4 at Chick-fil-A, you can join us for 1 month. And, take the dive and do the whole year. That's what I did when I looked at it. And I said, man, it's a great bargain. And you get in the room and you get a lot of information. You get these replays, and then you get to ask us a lot of questions. And
We're straight up hands on.
hands on, mouse on, hands on. All right, everybody. I see a whole bunch of folks talking on YouTube. I'm sorry I missed you.
I got him.
I'm glad you got them, Jeremy. Somebody out there helping me now. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.
See you guys.
And I end the stream on YouTube.